So I was sitting on my porch today, really trying to think about and hammer out how I can help you create financial freedom, right? Like, we all have objectives in our lives, and one of them is to be financially free. So you can do whatever you want, live on your terms. And obviously there's a lot of things that I have done over my years to get to the position I am today. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Matt Petruso. I own an insurance agency. I own a real estate investment company. And I did create complete financial freedom on my terms. And I get to live however I want. But the hardest part for me has been trying to put a system around all of the crazy things that I have learned over the last 15 years. So I put together, literally sitting on my porch for, I think, a couple hours, just mapping out the system, the exact blueprint to create financial freedom. And I came up with, 4 steps. There's 4 steps that is very important to follow them appropriately, because the tactics, the things I can teach about sales or how to make more money or how to travel, all this stuff, it won't mean anything if you go out of order, right? Like, a lot of people don't know the steps appropriately to play the game, to win the game, right? Like, there has to be one defined objective. If the defined objective is to have a clear path of where you're going to go, right? Like, you are wherever you're at. I don't know how much money you have. I don't know how much money you make. I don't know anything about you. But if the objective is to create financial freedom, the clear objective is you need to have a path, right? You need to have clarity on the map, per se, right? The blueprint. And if you do not have a blueprint, you don't even know where the lines start, they end. You don't know how to play the game, because you'll just keep trying to learn things and don't know how to put it together. And what is the purpose of it, right? So there's 4 steps in creating that financial freedom blueprint that I came up with today. The first one is you have to understand the rules of the game. There are rules of the game that most people don't even know they're playing a game, and there are universal laws of the world, right? Universal laws that if you do not understand these, you can't even play the game, because you're trying to play a game and you don't even understand the rules, right? It's impossible. But once you learn the rules of the game, then you can start to understand the foundational pieces. And I define, so step 1 is obviously understanding the rules of the game. But then step 2, after you know the rules, you have to have, I kind of call them the lights on the path, right? So if you ever get off of the direction of where you're going, you have these north stars, right? Which are your core values, your beliefs, things like that you resonate with, that will keep you on course, right? It will keep you, constrained to get off of the path, right? It'll keep you in the game. So if you understand the rules of the game, and you've defined the core values that will keep you locked into the game, so you'll never go off path, you're ahead of 99% of people. And then once you've created the defining things that we all know how to play the game, right? We've defined the rules. Now we've defined the core values that will lock you in the game. And then after that, step 3 is defining the markers along the path to make sure that you're in the proper ascension to beat the game, right? You have to define markers, right? You have to have these points of, hey, am I still on the right path? Am I still going in the direction that I should be going? And if you don't have the markers to kind of keep you in check, you could be doing actions, but they aren't in accordance to the defined objective, right? So then we have to define the markers, right? So that's step 3. But once you've defined the markers, the 4th step is where most people, they try and skip everything and they try and go directly to step 4, which is, what is the vehicle that is going to get you there, right? How are you going to go to, that objective, right? You have to, like, if you're in a map, right? You've built this map of where you're going. Well, how are you going to get there? What vehicle is going to take you there? And how do you appropriately choose the vehicle? And this is, I give the analogy often. It's like, well, if the objective is to go a mile, right? And the objective is to get there as fast as possible, right? To get to a mile as fast as possible. Well, if you were racing somebody in that mile, and let's say you're racing Usain Bolt, okay, well, he's going to get there pretty quick because he's fast. He runs really quick. But Lance Armstrong on his bike is going to beat Usain Bolt, right, in that same 1 mile dash. But even better, you can drive a Ferrari. Well, you're going to beat Lance Armstrong. And then you have a jet. The jet's going to beat the Ferrari. So depending upon the vehicle that you choose, the ride, so like the time and effort may differ. And this is very vitally important when it comes to money. When it comes to financial freedom, the time and the effort is not equally distributed, right? You can put the same time and the same effort riding that damn bike, but if I got a Maserati or a Ferrari, I've already won, right? Like, you can't really beat me because I'm going to put less effort in and I'm going to beat you in time. So it's very important to understand the vehicle you choose. So that's the path that I've kind of created and the steps. And then within each one, obviously, we get very clear on what those things are. But if we understand the rules of the game, right, we define what keeps us in the game, right, that keeps us moving forward. What are our core values that will keep pushing us towards, that end objective? And then defining the markers along the way to make sure that we're on the right path, and then choosing the proper vehicle to get us there with the least amount of time and least amount of effort, right? If you can do these 4 things, you will have the clear path to financial freedom. And most people will not ever take the time to do this. So I'm putting this together and I'm super excited about it because it literally is everything that I've done, and I had to reverse engineer how I got here and then give it to you. I want to give it to you. If that made sense, like, comment, subscribe. If you're curious about some of the things, I could explain them a little bit better. I'm always here. I'm always intrigued to see how I can make things more interesting, more understandable, and more important to actually take actions on, right? Like, it's my job to show you that it's possible, and that the belief that you have and the skills that you can acquire are based upon understanding the foundational piece of having the correct, blueprint. If you design the correct blueprint, you will be able to build any house that you desire. But if you try and build a house with no blueprint, good luck, right? Good luck. So comment, let me know. I want to know how does it resonate, right? And if it does, shoot me a message. Go over on Instagram, shoot me a message. It's MOVMATT. And yeah, I'm excited about this. This is the next journey on my path, right? And because I know I've already passed that objective of creating financial freedom, I want to give that gift to you. I want to give that gift to you because I beat that game, right? I know how to beat the game. If you found somebody that has the cheat codes to beat the game, go get it, right? Go get it. Go get the cheat codes. Like there's no pride in saying, I figured it all out on my own. Nobody figures it out on their own. I've learned from many people. I've paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn from people. And now I'm putting it all together for you. So, talk to you soon. And get free.